Hello once again, my people. It is I, Veed, and welcome back to Temptation's Ballad. Last episode, we basically got to hang out with Sid's mom and his dad the whole entire time. Ilya's literally my mom. Like, that's literally my mom. Literally, just me mama. And, you know, she had like a little one-on-one talk with everyone. You know, Sid about being gay. Cole with bard magic and Artemy with family issues. So, you know, we're making progress with everyone. So, we're gonna find out what happens now. Let's get started. As the party cheerfully continued wolfing down their food, Ilya made certain to speak to each of them privately. Now, who should she talk to first? I guess we're gonna leave because we did everything. We did everything, so. I guess we're going back to the Marauders District? Yes, we're going back to the Marauders District. Let's go. Bonebreaker Mercenary Company. Cole, Sid, and Artemy, and Malice said their goodbyes to Ilya as the afternoon sun hovered over the heated summer sky. They made their way back to Bonebreaker Guild to find a place surprisingly calmer than before. At least from the outside. There's a significant lack of drunken shouting and jeering. Alrighty, Papa and Amos should have finished up their business by now. Are you ready to meet the great Merle Bonebreaker? Sid shuffled behind Cole nervously as he pushed open the heavy gilded doors. This will be my first time meeting my hero in person. Do you think that he'll like me? Oh. Hello. I'm not screaming. It is 11:45 at night, and I do not want to scream. As soon as the door opened, a throwing axe sailed across the room and sank into the wooden wall inches above Sid's head. Oh. Hi, Daddy. Wow, why am I so casual about it? Just, hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy. ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te va, weón? I was about to say usted, but I was like, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve usted. Merle Bonebreaker barked a booming laugh as he sat behind the bar, whistling casually, twirling a second axe in his hand. So, this is it, huh? These are the little shits who think that they're worthy of working for my darling son. Well, think again! Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. The entire building shook. Merle's voice pierced through every fiber of their being as he grinned at them like a predator surveying a selection of fresh meat. He slammed his axe down into the bar, adding another wound among the sea of marks on the wood. Girl, you need to stop putting marks on the wall. Okay, listen here. You need to stop putting motherfucking marks on the wall, okay? And you need to calm the fuck down and just meet Cole's friends, I guess, bitch. Better get to it. This is the Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild. We accept the best and only the best. If you're not ready to go through hell and back, I suggest you hike your sorry-ass little tails out of here while you still have the chance. Sid was suddenly very small and timid as he crouched behind Cole's tiny frame. I think I just peed a little. Artemy also glanced back at Cole nervously. Sir Bonebreaker seems to have rather high standards. Do you think either of us will qualify? Cole grimaced at the two of them. Are you two actually scared right now? Of that. As if on cue, Hamish casually at your fucking jock. As if on cue, a Hamish cat. Girl, that is, I don't know what word that is, but that is not casually. I'm finding more and more of these, Shiro. You best get yourself in check, honey. As if on cue, Hamish casually strutted into the room and gave the three of them a friendly wave. Hey folks, you must be Cole's new recruits. Welcome to Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild. Don't mind the big oaf over there, he just spent the last hour practicing that speech hoping to impress you. Alright, come through. Come through. Throw him off the bridge, why don't you, Hamish? Meryl's entire rowdy bravado collapsed with a look of utter heartbreak and betrayal. Hammy, you just ruined the magic! I was trying to look cool in front of Cole's new friends and you ruined it! Hamish shot a bigger hyena a venomous scowl. You know what else is ruined? Our new door frame. We just got it replaced. You couldn't just stick with the speech, could you? No! You just had to chuck an axe at them, too. I get one chance to make a first impression. I gotta make it big! Artemy and Sid exchange surprised looks as the two older hyenas continued squabbling like a married couple. It's because they pretty much are a married couple. The throwing axe embedded into the front door comically fell to reveal a dozen other gashes from what were clearly practice throws. So, this is the greatest warrior in the history of Axia? He has certainly been domesticated somewhat compared to all those tall tales. Hamish suddenly cleared this throat loudly. Girl. First off, the cat's yelling at me to open the door, which I'm not gonna do. Second off, bitch. I love you so much, Shiro. But boy, I am barely 10 minutes in. Hamish suddenly cleared his throat loudly and turned towards the party. Hey, Hammy, don't you ignore me again. Anyway, Artemy and Sid, feel free to make yourselves at home. I understand we'll be mainly training Sid today since he lacks any real combat experience and Artemy is already combat ready. Feel free to join the sparring matches if you so desire. We'll outfit Sid with a weapon that best suits your fighting style and go over the basics with you step by step. Yes! Love you, Sid. Sid, you're so good. Sounds good. As for Artemy, Cole had left a note explaining your mission with the church earlier. Rest assured that the Bonebreaker Guild and our network will aid you in your search for these gems. Thank you, Sir Hamish. I appreciate your professionalism. You mean his bossiness? Hamish's commanding veneer wavered slightly as he shot Cole a hurt look. Listen, he's trying his best, okay? Think of it like Bonnie from How to Get Away with Murder.
I'm so sorry.
Like, she's just trying. Did I just put a spoiler in for a cut? Maybe, but none of you can fight me about it. It's my channel, not yours. He shook off and gave Artemy and Sid a welcoming smile. I also wanted to thank you two for taking care of Cole for us. And, of course, apologize for any trouble he might have caused you. Artemy tried her best not to smile. It is quite alright, sir. Cole is great, and I have forgiven him for almost all of his crimes against chivalry. Hey! Yes, I fully understand. Oh, he can be a handful sometimes, but he's got a good heart underneath everything. I'm right here, you know. The conversation carried on as though no one heard him. Say, I'm kind of surprised how, supportive the guild is so far. All those bard tales make you guys sound like a rowdy crew of barbarians. Mero barked another laugh and climbed over the bar to join them. Of course. Mero, don't make yourself look like a dumbass. Oh, don't get us wrong. We are a rowdy crew of barbarians. But loath as I am to admit it, prideful posturing can only get you so far. Those bard tales love to exaggerate the big bag hyena vibe of our guild, but what truly holds us together is the pack. We don't leave anybody behind, rookie or otherwise. You both are going to be right at home here. We'll take good care of you. Aw, lovely. Oh my god, I love them. Sid's heart fluttered as Mero's reassuring grin. So this was the face of his hero. Mero locked eyes with him as he grinned suddenly turned mischievous. Oh no, what are you doing? He slammed his axe into the bar again, shaking the building with a deafening boom. What did I just say about breaking shit? Now, enough chit-chat. Time to fight. You think I was kidding when I said be ready for hell? We're gonna push you hard, and that's the only real way to make a warrior out of you. Hurry up and move those lazy legs to the sparring room. He's gonna be like, but I don't even fucking know where the sparring room is. Sir, just give me a weapon. Or my fist, I don't care. Alright, what do we got? What do we got here? Ooh, hello. Alright, Sid, get cuts, get bruises, get your shit done. Sid was in a cold sweat. Decisiveness was never his strong suit. The Badger had the habit of mulling hours over the simplest of choices. So when his childhood hero Mero Bonebreaker sat out crates upon crates of weapons for him to choose from, Sid felt his brain immediately short-circuit. Come on, rookie. What are you getting so nervous for? We haven't even started drilling you yet.
There's too many choices. What if I make the wrong one?
Well, then you can just drop it and choose another one. Relax, boy, it ain't the end of the world. How about a heavy axe? This one's my favorite. Sid let out a yelp as Merrill dropped a massive double-bladed axe into his hands. The weapon almost slipped out of his grip as he shambled to grab a hold of it. Despite being called a heavy axe, it didn't feel particularly heavy. Sid swung it around experimentally.
This one? I don't know. Would people think that I'm trying to copycat you?
Contrary to popular belief, I did not invent the axe, boy. Stop overthinking. There's no time for that in the battlefield. Give it a few swings. Does it feel right in your hands?
It feels a little too light if I'm being honest.
Merrill let out another barking laugh and gave Sid a back slap that would have killed a lesser man. A heavy axe is too light for ya? A man after my own heart. In that case, how about dual wielding? 2 axes are certainly heavier than 1.
Sid yelled and scrambled to catch the 2 medium axes that Merrill threw at him. He twirled both weapons in his hand timidly before quickly settling them back down. I'm gonna be real honest, sir. I'm not coordinated enough for these. I'd sooner chop off my own tail off before hitting someone else.
Good point. You do have that adorable bumbling look about you. Let's see, something heavy.
Merrill tapped his chin as he pondered thoughtfully. Sid let out an amused chuckle as he watched the older hyena scratch his chin. Cole had the same habit when he was thinking hard about something. Like father, like son, but like father, like son. Sorry, that's... Musical theater will kill you sometimes when it comes to abruptly singing into shit. I basically have all of the lines from The Baker still probably buried in here somewhere. Despite the significant differences, these two were certainly father and son. Merrill let out a triumphant laugh and clapped his hands together excitedly.
I know just the thing for you. It's a real special one right here. It's made by the same blacksmith who forged my signature Damascus steel great axe. I never got around to using it though, since it's a little too fancy for my tastes. Don't you worry, it ain't no hand-me-down to something like that. It's the heaviest weapon in the Bonebreaker Armory. No one else here could even pick it up.
Ooh. 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 Are you sure a rookie like me should have something so important?
Of course. If you're working for my son, you're gonna have the best that we can give you. I'd accept nothing less.
Merrill ruffled through several crates of the supply closets before returning with a grin. Ooh, I want to see it. Ooh! Halberd girl. Okay, listen. I'm definitely no weapon expertise. I want to, know how to, actually, wield a sword and, wield, shit like that, even though it's, when am I ever gonna use it in the 21st century? But, shit like this is so cool. I would love to learn actually how to use a halberd. In his hand was a massive silver halberd with soft glue cloth tied to its hilt. Sid felt his heart skip a beat. He grasped the long handle nervously. The metal felt cool to the touch, but warmed quickly in his grip. The halberd was very heavy, incredibly so. An enchanted smite spread across Sid's face as he swung it around with wide arcs, swirling in it fancifully around his arm before resting it on his shoulders. This halberd was heavy, but in his hands, it felt perfect. It's perfect! Thank you so much sir. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
Good boy. Make sure that you work hard to become worthy of this beaut. It's one of the best weapons in our arsenal. The blacksmith calls it the Lanius. Apparently, it's got a few special abilities too.
Ooh! Enchanted, would you say? Enchanted even though you don't like magic. Alright, let's go.
Like if you tug the handle just right.
Sid suddenly let out a yelp as the halberd spasmed against his grip. In a sharp metallic clink, the halberd instantly shorted and transformed the halberd into a large axe. Whoa! That's pretty handy.
That's the reason why it's so damn heavy.
Apparently this thing can transform into a lot of shapes. I never bothered to figure out how to use it, though. I prefer my weapons to be a bit more straightforward. As if to demonstrate, Meryl unclasped a massive black great axe from his back. Ooh! A feral grin spread across Meryl's face. Now that you got your weapon choice sorted out, let's see how well you use it. Ooh! There was a silver blur as Meryl suddenly lunged forward. Sid barely had time to react. With a squeeze, the Lannis, however, instantly extended to its original length, just in time to block Meryl's strike with a metallic clang. Ooh! Meryl snarled and continued leaning into his swing. Sid felt himself being lifted off the ground and tossed across the room. Ooh! I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited to see this because Sid is such a happy-go-lucky boy. I see myself in Sid. Part of me just, like, wants to, like, learn... Part of me, like, wants to start working out again, but, like... Why am I doing that when I can just lower the volume? There we go. Like, part of me wants to start working out again, but... I don't know. I like my small bottom body. Like Cole's body. I don't know. It's weird. Body dysmorphia is fucking weird. Adrenaline pumped through Sid's veins as he scrambled back onto his feet while gripping his new halberd tightly. What? Right now? I thought you were going to teach me the basics first. There's no better teaching than pain and experience. Buckle up, boy. You're in for a bumpy ride. Okay, let's see how cut and bruised up you are. Meanwhile, in the Bonebreaker Guild Tavern/building, Hamish was giving Artemy a tour of the facilities while Cole complained loudly behind them. Sounds like Cole, sounds like the little bitch that he is. Just accept it. And back here is the supplies closets. Hamish gave Artemy a wide look. Don't come back here, ever. The boys get rowdy and this place becomes wildly inappropriate for a church night. Artemy frowned. I assure you, Sir Hamish, I'm quite prepared to deal with unruly coworkers. Yeah, Hamish, let her go where she wants. It'll be a learning experience. Hamish rubbed his temples and let out a tired sigh. Moving on. The sparring room is here to the Eastern Hall. That's where Mero and Sid are training right now. Ah, I'm ready. Oh my god, yes, give me the artwork. Give me the artwork. Here you'll find our armory and battle equipment. While I know that you are already trained in the art of combat, it doesn't hurt to get a little practice. Ooh! Uh-oh! So, Sid, are you okay? Artemy rushed forward, a healing spell already prepared in her glowing palm. She was stopped by a throwing axe sailing through the air and landed directly at her feet. Uh-oh! Ooh, ooh. Don't interrupt our lesson, lassie. Meryl turned back towards Sid with a battle-addict grin. Boy, is that all you've got? Give me a sec. Hamish sighed and rolled his eyes. Hun, don't break him. You can't teach him anything if he's dead. A little roughhousing never hurt anyone. Now get up. Show me if you really got what it takes to be a bone breaker. Ooh. Will you just, like, let him breathe for, like, a second? For, like, a second. Because, again, you can't teach anything if he's dead. Oh! Oh! Hello. Wait a second. Let me just think about this. You think your opponent's gonna just stop and let you catch your breath? Think on your feet, boy. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, Sid. Natural bottom position right there. As Sid tried for the umpteenth time to land a single strike on Mero, the hyena leaned over to give Hamish a smooch on the cheek. Mero, focus. Don't sweat it, I can multitask. At this point, Sid was a shambling collection of bruises as he panted breathlessly on the sparring room floor. Melania slipped out of his grip with a thud as the badger waved his hand in surrender. I think I might need a break. Despite the utter beating Mero had given him, the hyena laughed and gave Sid an approving pat on the head. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hour of all the new... Hour? Is that supposed to be out? I mean, the R is next to the T. Okay, so that's what? Three in a total of 20 minutes. Ooh, woo! Out of all the new recruits in Bonebreaker history, you lasted the longest in your first training session. You'll make a fine party member for my darling son. Sid's ears perked up though through his exhausted days. Really? You got talent, kiddo. Great natural-born strength and endurance. Your reflexes are nothing to scoff at either. Merrill sheathed his axe and shrugged. But you are probably the clumsiest fighter I've ever seen. You tripped over your own feet more often than you managed to hit me. Oh. Don't feel discouraged, boy. You did well for your first time. Be proud of how far you've come and steel yourself on the road ahead. That is the attitude of a true warrior. Sid felt his heart flutter at his hero's encouraging words. He nodded earnestly. So, when you gonna fuck the new recruit? You're Cole's dad. You're probably a whore, too. Thank you, sir. It's been an honor. Merrill flashed him another smile before turning to Hamish. The older hyena leaned forward and gave him yet another smooch on the cheek. Hey, lovely. How was the tour for the night, lass? Did you miss me? Hamish sighed. I was gone for 15 minutes. Well, I missed you. You're still angry about a ruined door frame, because I promise I'll get that fixed up by the end of the week. Though he tried to hide it, a tiny smile quirked at the edge of Hamish's perpetual frown. I'll hold you to that. He turned to address the new recruits and noticed Artemy staring at the two of them curiously. Uh-oh. What's going on, Miss Artemy? Did you not know of love between a man and a man? Did you not know about the homosexual agenda? These bitches gay. Not at all. I was just... Pardon my tactlessness, but are you and Sir Merrill married? Cole let out a bitter scoff. Nope. Merrill laughed and hung an affectionate arm over Hamish's shoulder. Why do you ask, lassie? You think your church would finally bless our union? I did reach out to request a wedding ceremony once. They just slammed the door in my face. Artemy stiffened uncomfortably. Uh-oh, what about it? Is it because of the gay agenda? Is it because they are homosexuals? Is it because Katrina's a fucking bitch? Get these two men married, you whore. Hamish gave her a sympathetic smile. Don't worry about it. There are no hard feelings. Merrill and I don't need a formal ceremony for our relationship. Behind them, Cole crossed his arms and shot Hamish an unimpressed glare. Hamish paused and glanced at Artemy thoughtfully. I understand that your church's teachings... I hope that we're not making you uncomfortable. Not at all. You needn't apologize. Artemy smiled wistfully. I have been learning a lot about families today. I'm starting to realize that I know nothing about how things are supposed to be. Thus, I am in no position to judge. She nodded at Hamish and Merrill with a polite smile. You two are very sweet. It's rather refreshing to see. That's good to hear. I was worried because of how miserable you looked this whole time. Miserable? Lass, you've been wearing that glum and gloomy look on your face since you walked into the building. Oh, has she? Uh-oh. What you want to talk about, Artemy Goldshaw? Aren't you the creator's chosen to something? I say you're supposed to be this bright little ball of sunshine. What's the matter with you? I have. Yeah, you look dead inside. I know you didn't sleep at all last night, but you've been kind of sad sack all day. My deepest apologies. There's been a lot on my mind. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. The ever-present smile on Merrill's face slowly disappeared as he crouched down to face Artemy at eye level. What kind of thinking? If you're thinking about useful stuff, then go right ahead. If you're just thinking about how miserable you are, then drop it and find something better to do. Ain't nobody have ever thought themselves into happiness before. Hamish nudged the older hyena irritably. Oh my god. Mero, be nice. What? I'm just telling her how it is. I mean, that's true. At least, like, you know, when it comes to, like, Bonebreaker Mercenary, like, they're very smart when it comes to, like, streetwise. Very smart, very cunning. And they probably know about, like, the life doesn't give you shit, because it really doesn't. So he's probably just telling that to Artemy, being like, life doesn't owe you shit. So go out there and pussy up, bitch. Feeling bad about feeling bad never helped nobody. How does one simply stop thinking about how horrifically unworthy they are? Oh, fuck. Artemy sighed, her gaze fixed on the floor. Oh no, I've been failing my duties non-stop lately. And I've just got into a big fight with Her Excellency of the Church. Should this mission fail, I'll lose my title as a Creator's Chosen. What will the people think of me then? I'm already unimpressive as a knight, let alone the Chosen One. And I've been failing the simplest tasks I've been given. Artemy's voice trembled, and all of her plaguing thoughts spilled outward into an incoherent ramble. I've been just terrible. Getting arrested on my first day of work, dragging into the Knight Commander into the consequences of my mistakes, even my new friends. My first mission as an adventuring potter is to fix my failures. Artemy's shoulders slumped. I'll never gain Her Excellency's approval at this rate. Maybe all those things that she's been saying are true. Her breath was shaky as she let out a hoarse sigh. They say that speaking one's thoughts aloud would help ease the pain, but Artemy just felt worse now. She wiped away the wet tears at the edge of her eyes and blinked. Abruptly, she realized that Mero was crouching in front of her at eye level, staring inches away from her face. Are we gonna have the father talk that I've never had? He has no dad. His face was an unreadable frown. His glass eye glinted lifelessly as in his socket as the other eye seemed to peer straight into her core. Sir Mero, what are you... Mero suddenly lashed out with an axe in hand. What the fuck? The blunt handle dug into Artemy's abdomen and knocked the air from her lungs as she was thrown across the room. The knight trembled into the middle of the sparring arena and struggled to stand. She hunched over, coughing hoarsely. Mero Bonebreaker stepped into the sparring reel with a snarl. Oh no, this is a different kind of one. What is the meaning of this? Stop talking. Draw your sword. Artemy scarcely raised her blade in the time to deflect another swing of Mero's axe. She leapt back on her feet and hastily summoned her shield with a flash of arcane light. Mero watched her stumble into the battle scene with a grim smirk. Look at my eye, lass. How do you suppose I lost it? A hard-won battle, perhaps. Artemy winced as she blocked another axe swing with her shield. Nope. I lost it when I was still a wee young lad. Mero reared back with a forceful kick. Artemy felt the metal in her shield buckle as it took the brunt of the blow. Her legs were shaking as she was sent skidding backwards. Ooh, bitch. Man, this got serious, and I'm ready for this tea. My papa was a real ass of a man. Always telling me I wouldn't make anything of myself. So I wanted to prove him wrong. I attempted a feat so massive and brave that he had no choice but to acknowledge me. To be proud of me. You know what happened? You succeeded, right? You're the great Mero Bonebreaker. Mero shook his head with a grin. I failed. I lost my eye for my efforts. And you know what my father did when he found me? Bleeding from my empty eye socket and barely breathing. He just scoffed and left me there. Oh, fuck. Now will Cole talk to Mero about this shit? Cause fuck. To some people, you're just never gonna be enough. Another swing, another block. Artemy skidded back further. She felt the wall of the sparring room press up against her back. Gulping anxiously, she stared into Mero's feral grin. You want to talk about failure, lass? I, Mero Bonebreaker, have been failing non-stop my whole life. Every step, every attempt, I've been a disappointment to someone. But you know what the difference is between you and me? I would never let anyone talk to me the way that you're talking to yourself right now. Artemy felt her chest lurch. This is the dad that she needed. She ducked under another swing of Meryl's axe, the blade leaving a massive gash on the wall. She swung her sword low towards the hyena's knee, but Meryl's sidestepped with ease. Ah, you still got some fight in you after all. That's it, lass. Face me. All that bullshit you keep thinking about? Pointless. Stand up and fight. Artemy gritted her teeth and tried to bash Meryl aside with her shield. The large hyena took her blow head-on with a laugh and shoved her back. You hear that little voice in the back of your head? The one that's constantly whispering that you're a failure. That you've accomplished nothing throughout your sad, pathetic life. Kick it in the dick and move on. You ain't got time to fight yourself while you're facing the entire world. Damn. Whoa, Shiro, what did you do to have to write this in? Cause, I don't know if I was ready for this talk. Meryl barked in a laugh and twirled his axe in his hand. And you sure as hell ain't got time when you're facing me. What's going on in your mind, Artemy? I see. Artemy felt the weight of her shoulders lift as she took a deep breath and stepped forward. In the rush of battle, that dreadful voice was drowned out by sheer adrenaline. A small, competitive smile spread across her face as she picked herself off the floor. Yes! Artemy! Be a bad bitch. Be the bad bitch that you deserve to be. I love you. I, Artemy Joanna Gautier, accept your challenge. The fierce battle-addicted grin of Meryl's face grew even wider. Let's see what you got, lass. For a moment, the air hung still in the sparring room as the two faced each other. Then Artemy charged. Ooh! Okay, yes, I'm here for it. Ooh, I like this artwork. Yes! Shiro with your artwork. Do you understand why I love Shiro so much? He may not be able to draw backgrounds, but he's able to draw expressions perfectly. I love him. Meryl reacted instantly with his own strike, but she blocked it in the nick of time. The harsh grind metal against metal shook the air. Meryl's massive great axe, not ass, dipped under his own weight. Artemy lunged forward as soon as she saw his grip slack. Ooh! His stance was perfect with practiced precision as her sword sliced through the air. A slash, a vertical swing, followed by a thrust. Artemy was a storm of swinging blades, and Meryl was lazily sidestepping all of her attacks with ease. What is this, a dance recital? You can't use sword routine straight out of the Church Knights playbook and honestly expect to hit me. I ate armies of Church Knights for breakfast back in my day. A frustrated growl rumbled from Artemy's throat as she changed tactics. She lunged forward towards Meryl's left side. The hyena didn't even look in her direction as he casually twirled his axe, forcing her to dodge backwards. Going for my blind spot? It'd be clever if every other opponent I faced didn't do the same thing. Artemy felt her frustration boil over. Something within her snapped. The air suddenly cackled with a burst of lightning as Artemy's eyes glowed. Arcane electricity branched across the knight's sword and armor like furious spikes. Ooh! What's he gonna say about this? Meryl raised an eyebrow with interest. You're not just a paladin, are you? A Tempest Domain cleric. That explains all the lightning. What a load of magic-y bullshit. Artemy swung her sword. A wave of celestial lightning surged forward, burning through the air in the sparring room with the sharp scent of ozone. Meryl let out a laugh and swung his axe. Uh-oh. Woo! The moment his blade made contact with the arcane lightning, all the magic within the room instantly vanished. Artemy felt her lungs lurch, as though someone had knocked the wind out of her. Surprise! Meryl's axe collided with her sword and sent it cackling across the room. Fully disarmed, Artemy succumbed backwards in defeat. The hyena stepped back and stroked his axe fondly. Damascus seal. The finest in the land. There's a reason this is my favorite axe. It cancels out magic at the slightest touch. He laughed triumphantly. The look on your face was precious. It's a shame you rely on your dinky little spells instead of fighting like a true warrior. Meryl was taken completely by surprise with Artemy's fist connected with his face. Ooh! Talk shit about magic, get fucking hit. His jaw groaned from the brute force of the punch. In that moment, Artemy's face was utterly feral with battle-drunken frenzy. A jubilant and cathartic rage filled her veins as she hit Meryl with everything she had. The hyena stumbled backwards and tried to swing his axe in retaliation. Before he could blink, Artemy leapt forward and sank her teeth into Meryl's forearm, forcing him to drop his weapon. Girl, she's biting. She is biting the bitch down. Oh my god. She also needs to learn how to control that temper. He snarled. Twisting back, he landed a leg square in the center of Artemy's abdomen. The knight was sent flying across the room and collided with the wall in a nasty thud. At this point, Hamish jumped into the center of the sparring ring. Alright, that's enough. Cole and Sid rushed to Artemy's side in bewildered shock. Artie, what the hell was that? Are you okay? Artemy blinked as she picked herself off the floor, a trickle of Meryl's blood still dripping down her chin. Ooh! She rubbed her eyes and blinked again as though she realized what happened. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. That was completely improper scarring etiquette. Her apology was interrupted by Meryl, who had doubled over laughing breathlessly on the drawing room floor. Of course he did! Holy shit! She bit me! Oh my god, yeah, what about it? Dude, you use those fucking teeth. Use every bone in her body to inflict. Yes, bite the fucking bitch. That little fucker actually bit me! Meryl was almost in tears as he cackled. That's gotta be the most fun fight I've had in years. Oh, this one's got one hell of a spine. Meryl turned towards his son with a grin. Hey, Cole. This one's my favorite. Everyone stared blankly, utterly baffled. Hamish rubbed his temples and sighed. Ugh. Okay, let's take a break. Alright, and with that, I am going to go ahead and pause the episode right there. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Veed. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching me watch Artemy fucking bite a hyena. Fucking absolutely demolish a forearm. Make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe buttons down below, and hopefully you are out. Make sure to hit that notification bell so on the way to miss on any of my uploads, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.